So, if you're a Liverpool fan, you have heard about Jurgen Klopp saying that he's running out of energy. And when he's saying he's running out of energy, he's literally talking about leaving the club. So you have heard about that and you've mourned like I did. If you haven't watched it, there is a video on the Connect YouTube. You can go check it out. Things gonna light somewhere there to show you how much I mourned about Klopp leaving. On camera, people. I did it on camera. But anyway, when we're talking about things that are happening right now when it comes to the Liverpool managerial decision or choosing the manager, has really been a little bit tricky in terms of how things are going, or in terms of how we are getting rejected, because the guy we wanted, the number one guy we wanted, said no to us. Yes, to those people who are hearing this for the first time, breaking news, Xavi Alonso said that he will not be the manager of Liverpool, or Bayern Munich for that matter. So you're saying we're the only one who lost. Bayern Munich lost as well, but that's not the case we are here about. We are here to talk about the guy who was supposed to be his second option if Liverpool doesn't get the first, which is Ruben Amorim. And if you have been online today the whole day, you have been hearing about deal agreed, agreement in principle. Sky Sports are breaking the news and talking about all the things that is happening. I'm here to right the wrongs. I'm here to correct the truth so that it could actually make sense. The problem is not Sky Sports. The problem is the reporter who broke the Sky Sports news. Is the guy who told that Xavi Alonso did not even want Liverpool, he wanted Bayern Munich. Yet the guy is staying at his former club. See what I'm talking about. But anyway, you'll be like, okay, Sam, but I saw it on the Connect. You did. No, that's what we are here for. We take even the journalists we don't like and we put it on the Connect. We need to keep reporting news, people. But what we were told today by this guy called, what is his name? Is it Petty or something from Germany? He said that breaking news, there is a verbal agreement in principle between Liverpool and Ruben Amorim. Amorim wants to join Liverpool next season, and Liverpool are pushing for him in this last week. He will sign until 2027. Yeah, this is according to him. And the final negotiations with the Sporting are still pending. It's not a done deal yet. More steps needed. Deal can still fall through. That's what he said. That's what he said, to try to give you hope and as well crush it at the same time. But one thing that I need to make sense, it has been corrected by reporters who actually knows what they're talking about. Reporters who actually have been keeping us updated over every single thing that has been happening when it comes to this guy, which is there's still no agreement between Ruben Amorim and LFC. Negotiations are progressing well, but they are still details to be clarified. The Portuguese has not yet said yes to the terms and conditions presented by the English club. Sporting did not receive any offer yet. But the most important thing that we have to highlight from this is that the manager is actually interested in joining Liverpool. He's actually excited by the project of actually being the manager of Liverpool. He wants to go and try to prove something about him. I'm going to talk about him a little bit later, but I just wanted to give you all the reports which has been said and give it to the fullest of my knowledge of what I know. Who is Ruben Amorim, if you may ask? Well, this is the guy who has rewritten football in Portuguese league, giving Sporting a title after how many years? If I heard properly, I think they said 39 years. He's the guy who brought football back to Portugal. He came in from, since he had to leave football early, according to what I heard. I think he left football at the age of 30. Then he went for the license. Then he went to play for a team that he went to become a manager of a smaller team. Then he was promoted to go become the manager of the main team in Portugal. I'm trying to remember the name of the team, but please, somebody in the comment section, let me know. But what was exciting about this man is that he was able to take a team that was nowhere and he was able to move it to be very, very close, until for 6 months he was able to transform that club in terms of the way they play. Then Sporting were like, we want him. And they paid 10 million euros. 10 million euros to get him as a manager. And so many people who are very close to Sporting said that if you see their team paying 10 million for a manager, he has to be a golden manager. It never really happens. They're not a team that spends that amount of money on a manager. But that's exactly what they did. But after buying this manager, you know what was their next move? they made sure that they allow him to do what he could with the club. Then he came and introduced this philosophy. His philosophy is very interesting. He plays with 3 defensive players at the back. He has about 4 players that will be in front, then 3 up top. The exciting part about this is this. The 3 at the back, they always make sure that they maintain the back line, even if when they're on the opposition of the other team, they maintain the 3 at the back. And also the DM also is very important. Yes, people, the end of position. The DM is always a rigid player who does not move. Also, the other players you need to know. I want to tell you the players who are always consistent on their position. The 3 that are at the back, the DM, of course, the goalkeeper. I don't even have to talk about the DM, and also the wingers that will be on the wings. This I'm talking about the Andy Robertson, the Trent Alexander-Arnold, if you are talking about Liverpool. Then the rest, and also the last one, the forward runner, the striker. He always moves at the position where he can influence the game. Those are the people that he uses. So the Darwin Núñez position. So what I'm talking about is this. If you are never going to be confused when you see Trent Alexander-Arnold doing his vertical pass movement and doing the movement and passes and stuff like that, because that's one of the philosophy of this guy. He is very, very eager to protect his defense. He wants to make sure that he doesn't get more goals that are scored. But he's going to do something interesting. He will make sure that Van Dijk, Konate, and Gomez, I'm just saying Gomez for now, but he prefer to have a left center back. In other words, people are saying Ignacio. I'm not really sure about that, but that's what they're saying. He always makes sure. So I'm going to try to give you the philosophy in the players of Liverpool to make it make sense. Alisson will be at goal. He wants a keeper like that who's able to play with his feet as well as protect the teams whenever they hit on the counter-attack, which is exactly what we know Alisson to be very good at. But going forward, you would want Van Dijk to be the central, maybe Konza or Konate on the other side, and as well as Ignacio or maybe Gomez in some points. Those will be the rigid players that I told you, that their position, they don't really want to move away from that. They'll always protect those positions. But the exciting part about this is that when we have an end of DM, then we have the wingers that I'm talking about, who runs the Trent Alexander-Arnold and Darwin Núñez. Your question will be like, then what happened to a player like Luis Diaz? What happened to a player like Mohamed Salah? What happens to a player like, for example, McAllister? Well, he will make an exciting something about those people. Those guys can go as far as they can. They are allowed to move out of position and do whatever they can. The purpose of this is that if they can find themselves at a position which they can help the team to win, then that's what they're gonna do. The reason why I'm doing this, I'm not like one of those footy channels which shows you the tactics and do the things. We are going there yet. We are going to progress to there, but we are still here. Tactical wise, this is what this manager does. So the McAllister, the Soboslai, then the game, also the new Diaz, the Salahs will be moving around to make sure that they set the balls at the position where they can influence the game. And if they do that, they are able to hurt teams. That's exactly what Xabi Alonso has been doing with the team. That's why Liverpool wanted Xabi Alonso. If you look at the signings that Liverpool have been doing recently, it seems like they're actually preparing for life after Klopp. But I'm not saying that. It now looks like it, because when you look at the team, it suits very well to a T to what Ruben Amorim want to do to Liverpool. But do you think we're going to get him? That's the question that everyone has been asking. Do you think he will come in and he will actually come and transform Liverpool? Well, we're still yet to actually find out about that, but I'm excited. The reason why I'm excited is because it feels like he's really a juggernaut. This guy is very good. He's not going to play the domestic 4-3-3 that was played, the domestic 3-4-3 that was played with Thomas Tuchel, or even the players who the managers were there, even Frank Lampard. He will make sure that the movement of all his players works. But the exciting part about this is that Liverpool could actually be very, very dangerous to play against if this guy comes in. With what I'm being told and what he does, he's able to transform a player like Darwin Núñez that people say that he's really it doesn't do so much, and become a world-class goal scorer, as well as a workaholic, which we already know Darwin Núñez to be good at, but he's able to transform him to actually produce more at the position he plays. The exciting part is that how is he going to play around with the players around? Yet we are going to be here to watch if that deal happens, if they sign him as a manager. But what I'm being told, like I told you, it looks like negotiations are moving so well, and it could happen any time. But you should be excited over this, and I'm hoping that he can be the next manager of Liverpool. Now that was the news that I needed to talk to you as a Liverpool fan, but there's also more news that I need you to listen to, which is we need to stop. Yes, now I'm wearing my serious face. People, we need to stop. The reason why I'm saying we need to stop, the attack that has been happening recently, Dominic Szoboszlai was a victim, Konza was a victim. The week before, I heard that the other player was attacked, was Cody Gakpo, a victim. That is to stop. The reason why I'm saying that is to stop. I know we are so emotional on the game. We want to win the games. Critique what's happening on the game. Don't go abuse your players because they made a mistake, because the things like that. We all make mistakes in the life we live, in all the things that we do. We don't get attacked for it. We don't get attacked for it. There is nothing that we learn in life without learning from our mistakes. If I remember so well, Virgil van Dijk and Alisson made a mistake against Arsenal. I did not hear any attack over them. Why are we picking up on the players who are still trying to make a name for themselves in the club? Why are we picking up on the players who have given us some amazing emotional moments that we are still trying to connect and actually allow them to cherish over us? Why are we attacking them now, as early as now, before they make the name for themselves? That's my question to you all. It has to stop. These are kids who are growing up, wants to be good footballers, wants to be legends for our club. I thought we are the one who sing You Never Walk Alone each and every single time. We sing You Never Walk Alone. I want us to be very clear with this. Let's critique some things that happens, but let's make sure that even things don't go well, we don't abuse one of our own. When we say you are one of our own, we mean you are really one of our own, and we love you for that. But if we now go and attack the players, these are young minds, people. We are not being fair to them. It's not fair on them, and it's also not fair for our team, especially if we talk about us hoping to win the league. Because if they lose their full confidence, guess what? We are not winning the league. So please, guys, I hope you heard me very, very well, because it's important. Stop the abuse online on these players. We lost to you. We drew with United. It happens. We move on. Do I need to remind you that one of the reasons why we are at the position we are, it's because of the same players you are attacking now? Why do we always forget so easily how far we have gone as a team and how far these players have given us some amazing moments this season? Please, let us not attack our players. They are one of our own, and they will never walk alone. We shouldn't allow them to walk alone, because they are our players. They've given themselves their ability, their strength, their tenacity to all save all of us as Liverpool fans. So I'm hoping this could be the last time that I do a video like this. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam. We'll be back again with another one. Champions League is being played, and I'm going to be watching, and I'll be back with my reaction. We are out. Peace. Subscribe to The Connect.